Summer of 2011, I gave you guys a brief synopsis of my collection, which I've compiled throughout the years. I got some good comments and I got some nasty comments, and I truly do appreciate all the comments and gestures. And I do recognize that I did slip up in a few things. Just to keep going here, I felt that I should go into a more thorough detail of my collection here. And that poster's still there. Nice little poster. This poster here. That poster there. I'm not a huge fan of posters. I felt that they were good pieces and I wanted to display them. I have here the 2012 Bad 25 calendar. And as I previously stated before, video from last year, I try to stick to the items which are directly related to the estate of Michael Jackson. I sway off a little bit, but I try to stay with authentic pieces. I do try to collect only items which have importance. Michael Jackson's Off the Wall on audio cassette. I have Michael Jackson's Bad on audio cassette and Dangerous. Now, these tapes, I'm just surprised in the condition these tapes are in, because I actually played them in my tape deck. Yes, I still have a tape deck. I keep a professional tape deck here for transferring purposes, and I tested these tapes, and they sound great. Compact discs, I have the limited edition of Big Boy, Michael Jackson's first single with the Jackson 5. Some Motown compilation albums. The Jackson's Destiny on Epic. Triumph. Great album, by the way.
Which I also have on LP. And, much thanks to my brother-in-law for giving me this piece. Much appreciated.
The Jackson's Live. Special edition of Off the Wall. Thriller. But I also have Thriller on LP. It's an original 1982 print. Michael Jackson's Bad. And I can't wait for the reissue coming up here in fall. In anticipation to that reissue, Sony released I Can't Stop Loving You, of his single, which contains a great demo there, Don't Be Messing Around, which I've been playing a lot lately. And then Michael Jackson's Dangerous. Michael Jackson's History. 2-disc set. Michael Jackson's Ghost. Not an audio CD per se, but a video CD. Not one of my favorite albums, but indeed a must-have. Blood on the Dance Floor. This is where I goofed last year because I said it was released in 2011, but it was 2001. Then we have Michael Jackson's This Is It. And I have a This Is It collection.
The collection consists of the picture book, the CD I just showed you, great additions. The film, of course, a must-have for any Michael Jackson fan, with a lot of special features. And the ticket I bought on purpose, an extra ticket, just so I can have it as a memento. So I kept that right there. And I also have 3D glasses issued by Target for the special 3D event being held at the Grammys in 2010.
But tonight, we're going to see exactly what Michael wanted. And because Michael was a true visual artist, we'll see it for the first time in 3D at the Grammys tonight.
Moving on. 2010's Michael Jackson's Ultimate Collection.
Filled with a whole bunch of his top singles, demos. Oh my goodness, it's just full of stuff.
Michael Jackson Immortal. I also have a little Immortal collection.
And these Immortal Tour pieces are my new additions to my collection. Like the audio CD, which I just showed you, which contains some great reimagining of Michael's music. the ticket for the Cirque du Soleil Immortal Tour. And if you don't know what the Cirque du Soleil Immortal Tour is, it's basically a Cirque du Soleil spectacular show solely inspired by the music of Michael Jackson. You could just imagine. I got my hands on this program book right here, and I had the pleasure of getting it signed by the musical director of the Immortal Tour, Greg Philliganes. And who is Greg Philliganes? Well, this is the man right here in his own words.
My name is Greg Philliganes, and I've had the pleasure of working with Michael Jackson for the better part of, 25 years, maybe 30.
There I am with Mr. Philliganes. Moving on to movies. Moonwalker on VHS, a lot of wear and tear. I've watched that several times, so I got it on Blu-ray. It looks superb, it looks beautiful. Put together by Warner Brothers. Apparently it's only available overseas. Also on Blu-ray is The Wiz. Gorgeous, looks absolutely astonishing in high definition. On VHS, I also have Michael Jackson, The Legend Continues, a rare documentary by Motown. Here's a sneak preview.
Michael Jackson's story is spectacular and intricate. It covers the more than 2 decades since he began performing. But any story about Michael would not be complete without including Michael's fans. And to let some of Michael's fans become part of this story, a contest was prepared by Showtime and MTV.
What would you ask Michael Jackson? There's an MTV contest riding on your answer.
Michael, what is your favorite vegetable?
Just think of the best 3 questions to ask Michael Jackson, and you could win a tour of Michael's home, a meeting with Michael.
これまでに寿司とピーナッツバターを一緒に食べたことがありますか？
MTV's Ask Michael contest.
So we continue with more movies, my DVDs, the one Michael Jackson's, the ones Michael Jackson, Dangerous and Short Films, and the video greatest hits. It's great that they compiled it together in Michael Jackson's vision, as we see here. Absolutely great with all these videos and some special features. I also have Living with Michael Jackson, provided by ITV, broadcasting station in the UK. And Living with Michael Jackson, although controversy surrounds the documentary and people have hate towards it, in which I am one of those, I can definitely say that the documentary, it holds a lot of value as far as interest and interesting things are concerned. So that's why I own that piece right there.
I have a small assortment of books, and there was a great influx of books, a huge influx of books, better said, after Michael passed. The market was flooded with them.
One of the books I managed to get my hands on was a set of catalogs by Julian Auctions for an auction set to be held on April 2009, in which tons of Michael's items from his Neverland home were to be sold. Now, Michael Jackson himself did not agree to this auction, so he canceled it. And these are the catalogs that were sold to the general public before the cancellation of that auction on April 25th, 2009. Another book I got my hands on before his passing was his copy of Moonwalk, Michael Jackson's only autobiography. And this is not the reprint, this is the original print on 1988. Other books are this great biography by Randy Tamborelli, In the Studio by Michael Jackson by Bruce Sweden, awesome book, and the controversial Michael Jackson tape by Rabbi Shmuley. But one of my favorite Michael Jackson books of all time is the Michael Jackson Opus, which you're looking at pictures here. It's this massive, big, leather-bound book with pictures and statements from celebrities and family members. This thing was created with some great artists along with Michael Jackson himself shortly before his passing. This is a must-have for any Michael Jackson fan. And I want to say it's for sale now at the official Michael Jackson website. Now, the market was flooded with tons of magazines after his passing, but I got the major magazines covering his life. And, Newsweek, Rolling Stone, Time, and Entertainment. But I also have this Jet magazine, which I purchased in 2008 for his Thriller re-release. But This book right here, the Platinum Edition Collector's Vault, is an intriguing piece by Whitman Publishing. It not only does it have photographs and statements and a huge drawn-out biography of the man, but what gets me about this is their attention to detail in this book here. They have programs, and the printouts of reprints of tickets from the Jackson 5 era. They photographs, as I previously stated. It goes really in depth in his life, and like this right here, a Neverland postcard with a program of the daily activities. It's just wonderful, absolutely wonderful. Although not an estate piece, it's just beautiful. Here is a printout of the patent, Michael Jackson, Lisa Marie Presley's marriage certificate. This is just great stuff right here. The last will of Michael Jackson, and as macabre as it is, they also have the death certificate. Those were my books. Now here's a Pepsi can. Pepsi reunited with Michael Jackson, the estate of Michael Jackson, once again for the reissue of Bad 25 in the fall.
Pepsi and Michael Jackson are back together again. The company is honoring the 25th anniversary of the late King of Pop's Bad album. It plans to produce 1 billion Pepsi special edition cans printed with Jackson's silhouette.
And finally, Le Piece de Resistance, my autographed photograph of the man himself. Signed in 1988 in Japan. And so that's pretty much my collection. I appreciate you guys coming by. Like this video, subscribe, and hopefully next year I'll have more pieces to my collection, and I'll more than happily share that with y'all. Y'all have a good night, a good day, good afternoon, or whatever time it is over there in reality. Peace.